This is part 2 of our interview with Jacob Hatley, the filmmaker behind Ain't In It For My Health, a documentary film about Levon Helm. How it sounds like you were very close to him. How does that affect the process? And it sounds like it did. And how do you toe that line between, you know, the professional objective distance and becoming closer with your subject and getting that that intimacy from them?
You know, I don't know that this applies. I think it's just every time is different. You know, I don't know that you can impose, because I don't think it could have been any other way. I mean, he's my friend, you know. I like him a lot, you know, and I like being around him. And it's just maybe I should have. Maybe you should, as a documentary filmmaker. There's some kind of code where you know you don't. But I was involved in his life, and then the people around him became like family to me, and we're still dear friends. It was very anxiety ridden to go up and screen it for him last week. Sure. But he was pretty hands off, you know. I mean, he was totally hands off. He just said, just whenever you got it ready, come show it to me, you know. And so the line was totally blurred, you know. The film could probably be more objective, you know, but I love him. Yeah.
So you were there for a music video. Have you done any sort of feature-length documentary work before?
This is the first one. Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
And what did you learn in this process about documentary filmmaking? Would you do it again?
Well, you just can't let it whip you. You know, you just can't. You know, you can't give up, because there was a good 2 years where this movie was unwatchable. You know, I mean, for 2 years we would go in the editing room and just almost kill ourselves. You know, but the thing about in most documentaries, you know, most of the time you can keep editing, but you can also keep shooting. You know, you can always, you know, and that's what we did. You know, I would shoot for 6 months, and I would come and edit for 6 months with Tom, my editor, and we would say, well, maybe something hasn't happened yet, or maybe he hasn't said so. We haven't had that moment yet. And so I would move back up there for another 3 months and shoot for another 3 months, you know. So it's just, you know, you just have to will it into shape, you know. You really have to, and it, you know, it takes 5-10 years sometimes, you know.
If you had any one piece of advice to give to somebody embarking on a project, and I mean, obviously this was your style. This is what you decided a documentary should be. But what would you tell somebody who is interested in embarking on an endeavor like this?
Well, make it for yourself. You know, don't make it for anybody else. Just make what you dig. You know, don't show it to too many people when it's in an early draft. Don't solicit notes from professional, you know. If you have friends who you share a sensibility with, then that's who you should show it to. But don't get too much advice. Don't try and please everybody. You know, with documentaries, it's a low budget. You're not going to have to show it at multiplex. You're not going to have to worry about test screening it. So that's one good thing. You know, make the movie for yourself. Make a movie that you want to watch for the rest of your life. You know, and just try not to solicit too much advice.
Oh, well, that's good advice. The film is Ain't In It For My Health, and the filmmaker is Jacob Hatley. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, man.